Welcome, everybody, to episode 82.
82.
82. Damn, I'm good at this. I'm on a streak right now with getting the episode
You
name.
can count?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never looked.
With this once a week episode, I can get it right. That's amazing. Shout out everybody for tuning in, tapping in. I am Chris Platte, a.k.a. Platte Pods. We got a different panel. Of course, we got Sensei right here.
What's
We
good?
got Big AP on the ones and twos holding it down.
Yes, sir.
And we have, when I say this, I'm not capping, the most special guest. This dude, I'm just speaking facts right now. When I Googled hip hop podcast, when I looked on the Apple, Google, when I went to the Apple Podcast app,
Okay.
and I searched hip hop podcast. When I started making this shit, there was only one podcast. There's only one podcast that came up. It was this man right here,
Yes, sir.
Will Gill.
What up? Yes, sir.
Will Gill, Mr. West Coast Will Gill.
What up, man?
Shout out to you. Shout out to Vontae.
Yeah, man, shit's come full circle, you know?
Yeah.
All the way from Cali to Detroit. Appreciate y'all having
Welcome,
me,
my
man.
boy.
Hey, man, how has the Detroit experience been? For real.
It's cool, man. Y'all got a cool town. I thought it was be snowing.
Yeah, bring
I
it
thought-
up to you. Yeah.
I thought-
Nah, bro, quite the opposite, actually.
But,
We thought it'd be
nah.
snowing, too.
It's beautiful out here, man. A lot of nachos, you know,
Yeah.
beautiful city, beautiful city.
Yeah, they don't know nothing. They don't know
I'm
nothing
enjoying
about
my
that.
time out here for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. We haven't been eating nachos. We're looking at a lot of nachos.
You know what? Actually, I saw the other day. Actually, it was today. It was a tweet. It was a TikTok video that said like the cousin of Detroit, and it was like Chicago was one of the cousins, Oakland one of the cousins.
Yeah.
Somebody said Atlanta, and it was like, fuck no.
Somebody put the end to that is crazy.
Somebody was like, nah, Atlanta's not the
cousin.
cousins.
Put a chainsaw attachment on the end of his rifle. That's what I said. That was the tweet. Was like, what type of enemies do Atlanta dudes got, bro? What's going on out there?
Hey, bro, we're not going to talk about it on this, but there was the whole NBA YoungBoy's on tour right now. He did perform in Chicago. There was allegedly King Von's Killer was on stage while he was performing, and he performed his Lil Durk diss song.
Interesting.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. You're in a stadium, though, so you're safe.
Didn't they cancel the one out here, too?
He canceled the second Atlanta one. I don't know about anything here. I think he performed at LCA. I think he already hit LCA.
I'm pretty sure. Like last time I saw, I heard that he got canceled, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, no, man, he's doing big numbers. He's a superstar. I'ma just say it. He is a superstar. But whatever metric you want, he is performing in arenas. He is consistently charting. He is one of the highest selling artists in hip hop. He is a superstar. It's weird because it may feel niche, but it's not. He is a superstar by every metric. I see people trying to say he's not a superstar and that he's just a type rapper.
Who is this? Who?
NBA YoungBoy. But he's a superstar. He is one of the biggest rappers in the game right now.
No, you're right. And he
There's
has
just
he
not
has
a-
had staying power. It's crazy though because I don't. I mean,
I want to
we where
agree
we
with
live,
you, bro, but I
know,
can't.
I don't know many people that listen to him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's why I said I want to agree with you, but I don't think I can because
But he's
you don't
performing
know
at
too.
arenas.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying.
But just
No,
because you're performing at arenas don't mean like everybody know about you. It's probably just the way the label is pushing you though.
I don't
You
know.
see the way they love the songs, bro? The way they be
Yeah.
acting. in
Maybe.
that arena?
I mean, maybe-
People
maybe.
love YoungBoy, and you know
Dude.
why? It's because the way he was moving at that Chicago show is why his fans love him. You know,
Yeah.
this cat is different.
He's just
Yeah.
And he's-
ignorant, will do anything, anywhere, and be fully himself and say fuck all that. Yeah, like
The way they be acting in that concert, bro, you would swear fucking Michael Jackson was up there fucking moonwalking or something, bro. He connect to his fan base deeper than any rapper out right now.
and it's crazy. It just is crazy because I feel like I don't hear him that much, but it doesn't make it any less true.
Yeah.
Because I mean, his numbers tell you that too.
It's insane.
Speaking of crazy fans, y'all see that Ken Carson video that I was sent in the group chat?
I didn't know he had fans.
Me neither, but apparently he had an arena too. He had an arena show too.
Yeah.
And-
Oh yeah. He's on Playboy Cardi's tour.
Yeah.
That's right.
And they was telling everybody in the fans like, yo, chill out, don't rush the stage or anything like that. And everybody was booing him and whatnot. Like they was trying to rage in there.
Dude, you gotta clip that. You gotta clip that for me. I need that clip.
You didn't see
I need
it?
that clip, bro. I just Money Mur. No, I didn't get. I honestly, I'm not even being funny right now. I did not know this happened, but Money Mur, shout out to Money Mur, friend of the show, family of the network, all of that, bro. He loves Ken Carson.
He does.
And he just don't let it go.
He does.
And I don't.
He tried to propagandize me into
I don't-
liking him last time that we were together.
I
and
don't
was like,
hate
bro,
Ken
you can't
Carson.
force me to like something.
I don't hate Ken Carson. Did you guys ever have somebody that was like, that like people were just like, or someone? It could be just one person. It didn't have to be multiple people, but they were just pushing this artist on you, and you're just like, nah, I can't.
Ian.
Ian is crazy.
Yeah, but
Nobody
was it-
pushes Ian.
Not like it's not. I don't. It's not pushed to that degree.
Bro, Audi pushes him so hard.
The apple don't fall far from the tree. The apple don't fall far from the tree. No, I don't want to turn this into those two, but no, I will say it's just
Shout out to the Balkan boys though.
yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. Did you ever have somebody try to like put you on? Well,
For
you're
me-
West Coast, by the way.
So,
So
for me, I got it one, and it's controversial. A lot of people won't like to hear it, but it's Lil Russell, man. Lil Russell gets pushed on me a lot, and I'm a no thanks. You know, his songs are delightful though.
what?
You don't like Russell?
He's cool.
He's one of my favorites.
But the way
I like him a lot, bro.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of like the archetype of a YouTube rapper, but not being a YouTube rapper. Like I don't know what it is, but like you know there was something different back in like the early 2010s of like what a
'Cause-
YouTube
and
rapper
You
was.
know what it is.
Right.
It's very defined what it is. I think that's what you mean. Like, because when you think of the YouTube rappers, you think of like every time you hear their song, you know exactly how that song is gonna sound.
right.
I got a question for
I
you
disagree
though.
though. I love Lil Russell. Shout out Lil Russell.
You know, as the resident LA guy in the room, who's your
From Los Angeles,
yeah,
California.
Yeah.
I'm from Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
We go do that all night. We go
God
do
damn it, man.
propaganda that all night.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, only Sacramento.
All
Born
right,
and
well,
raised in
as
Los
the man
Angeles,
representing
California.
Hey,
LA.
matter of fact, shout out Sacramento. Shout out my people out there, Sacto. What up?
Yeah.
916. What up?
Yeah, sir.
From Compton, California. Nah, man.
Well, the man residing the West Coast.
For sure.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite, up and coming West Coast artist?
I think I press play on.
Just make sure you
I press play on All Black a lot. To me, he's kind of like my favorite rappers right now. He just dropped a tape maybe a month ago. It's called Sam's Club. Kind of like a gas rapper, but what makes him tight is his flows are unique. So nobody really sound like him. So when you hear an All Black project, it's not going to sound like anything you're listening to. So that's somebody I've
what's
been
up.
checking a lot.
Who?
That's what's up. I when it comes down to it, I got a question for you actually.
Okay.
A West Coast question.
Shoot me.
All right. So I love this artist a lot. I think he's one of my favorite artists in the history. If I'm talking just favorites over like objective, and it's The Game.
Okay.
But I wonder what his temperature is in the West Coast. I know he's loved. Don't get it twisted. But he is kind of like, when you look at him, he is like a West Coast, like East Coast rapper. You know what I mean? Like he embodies a lot. He's always been a rap chameleon, right? He's always like adapting to styles and sounds. But he had that era where like he was the only one that was like really, really outside of the West popping. So like I know he has a place, but like is he looked at when you talk about the pantheons of West Coast? Because I feel like he deserves to be in that conversation with Snoop and all of them, where I feel like, does the West Coast look at like, we love Game, but like Eazy-E is more our guy because that's somebody that's like was just West Coast through and through.
Yeah, I think The Game one. He's a little bit of like a lone wolf. Like he's an outsider in the community, even though he's held it down for Cali and he's like a main player, a main artist. But
And
for the group of friends though, in the friends game in LA, he on the outside, and on the fan side of it, Game turned himself into a meme a little bit, so his music got a little bit baggage to it.
Yeah.
So it's like, even though the rapping is top tier, the beats be tight, it's like that baggage of Game, like just kind of embarrassing himself on the internet, it holds that music back. It's the same thing with like when I hear Ignition Remix, it be like, God damn it, this song is amazing. But then the baggage of all the R. Kelly stuff, it'd be like, this song don't hit me the way it used to. And then I think Game struggled a little bit from that.
We can't do R. Kelly.
I know.
That's a totally different package.
I apologize to the game. I apologize to the game.
That was crazy.
I'm sorry.
That was crazy. But no. Okay. So my theory was kind of right that there's just this little bit when it comes to Game.
He's always around.
Yeah.
You know.
But still, West Coast legend, undeniable.
He could jump on the summer jam at any moment.
Yeah. What? So where is he in the West Coast pantheon for you?
Off the top, I don't think about this a lot, but off the top, he feel like top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fair. I feel like you shouldn't name 5 West Coast artists before you name
Yeah. So
Game.
you
Like
know,
I would put Kendrick. I would put Snoop. I would put Dre. If we're talking like hip hop artists, like. And that's a whole nother thing, but like I'd put those 3 for
Like
sure.
of all time or around?
Of all time. I'd put Ice Cube over
Pac?
Oh, I think Ice Cube. Oh yeah,
sure.
Pac, sorry. And then I guess Ice Cube versus Game. I would personally take Game just because I like his music more than Ice Cube, but I ain't mad at somebody saying Ice Cube because Ice Cube's got more classics than Game.
and then Cube's impact too. Let's not forget about that.
The thing with
So maybe he is right outside the top 5.
I think with Game, what's interesting, which you can see it as far as the other artists that are under the same thing, of him being like an aftermath artist, right? And it's like, although he does embody California a lot, but all aftermath artists kind of the touch with whatever city they're from kind of left. Like, do you really? I don't really think of 50 Cent as a New York City rapper. Like, you know what I mean? He's from New York City,
True.
but I don't really consider him as like Nas or like whatever. Or even Eminem is like, yes, he's from Detroit, but does he really embody Detroit hip hop? So it's interesting because all 3 of those artists are kind of outsiders on the scenes of their own cities that they're all from, all on the same like label or from the same cut from the same cloth, basically.
Yeah, that's interesting. Nah, for sure.
I think
that was off Todd. You can write that one down.
I think so. You got the Doggy Style shirt. We got the Doggy Style. We got the Doggy Style vinyl. You said when we were talking last night that Snoop is the greatest from the West.
I think so. For me, it's like we're talking about peaks here, and to me, when we go Doggy Style, that's probably arguably the greatest hip hop album of all time. You can make an argument.
Right.
Whatever you decide is up
But
to
it's
you.
not an outlandish take at all.
Yeah.
100%. And when you reach peaks at that level, you should be talked about in a different way. And that's why I give Snoop his respect and say, yeah, top from the West. And I know Kendrick's right there nipping on the heels. But to me, it's like records like Ain't No Fun. Kendrick don't got no record like that.
Right.
And then that's what keeps separating Snoop from Kendrick to me. And I'll still give Snoop the edge.
Okay. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I feel like the totality of it, and I don't want to make it a big long conversation. I just feel like the totality of what Kendrick has done, I feel like surpasses Doggy Style, because I think you could sit there and agree. I would say I would take To Pimp Butterfly because that's just my thing over Doggy Style. I am not mad at anybody that says Doggy Style beats any Kendrick album. However, I think Kendrick's got like 5 really, really good albums.
Man,
so I feel like at one point.
I go back and listen to a Pimp a Butterfly so much, bro.
And I just feel like at some point you surpass. Like on my pantheon ever, I have like Biggie very high, and because I think objectively he was the most talented artist ever, and he had 2 amazing albums, and unfortunately his life was cut short, and so we don't get the full scope of it. We only get to judge off what we got. Yeah. But like objectively, I think he is arguably the most talented MC ever. But at some point, so much body of work longevity can surpass that if it's obviously to a great standard. So like that's why I feel like with Snoop is because Snoop. We look at everybody outside the West Coast looks at Snoop as Doggy Style, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm not ready to say these newer artists that's putting out great bodies of work. I'm not ready to stamp all this shit as timeless yet. The Snoop shit, the big shit, proven, timeless. Mm-hmm. Guaranteed, lock it in for the rest of our lives. That music is going to be great. Yeah. With some of this stuff, we don't know how it's going to age yet. Maybe like in 20 years, this shit's not going to feel the same. So I'm just not ready to stamp somebody when these dudes really got fucking timeless records.
It's crazy. And it's crazy that you say that because I wanted to say, actually, we were talking about this and I wanted to segue on it. because Danny Brown actually he had a topic on his show, and he was saying pretty much like the younger generation of artists ain't making music like the older generation did.
Right.
And he was basically saying it's like he basically compared it to like if like wearing shoes, like if you because LeBron has a bunch. He said LeBron has a bunch of shoes come out.
That was it. He was like, he said if it was all about what's new, then all the kids would be wearing LeBron.
Exactly. Yep. And everybody was like, damn, that's a crazy way to think about it. But that's so true though. Yep. Because if everybody wanted to listen to this, we would still be, we would be bumping this stuff 24/7. Right. But we still playing the old stuff.
To your point though, it's like when we talking about in the moment, like Yeezys really felt like it was jumping over the Jumpman when that shit was happening, and it seemed like that was gonna be a lock.
But is it a timeless shoe?
Nah, no. I don't want to wear no 350.
Yeah, but
come on.
But you walked in here with a pair of ones on, though.
Of course.
Exactly. So,
classic, proven.
So, but I think that also that plays to. I mean, what you've talked about many times with this show, we've even talked about this since you've been here, is just like the oversaturation of music. Is that also back then, music had a lot more time to breathe. It had a lot more time. It had a lot more time for people to become acquainted with it, for word of mouth to spread. When it becomes so quickly disposable, as it can be sometimes, like in today's day and age, is like you don't get the same cultural impact out of a specific body of work really the same way. Because realistically, I mean, okay, like let's say since the 2020s, I mean, is there any album that you think really culturally impacted, like the cultural impact even comes close to like a Doggy Style or an Illmatic or whatever it may be? It's like it's hard to say that. You know?
To Pimp a Butterfly, I would say be up there.
Well, yeah, it is, but I'm saying like 2020.
Oh, okay,
I'd say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That's what everybody achieved or wants to achieve production-wise.
Also true, but 2020.
He's saying
2020.
Oh, 2020, sorry.
Saying like this decade so
yeah.
far.
This decade,
all that music is still in the area of having space to breathe because it's pre-streaming and shit. You know what I mean?
I hate
to Pimp a Butterfly kind of.
I hate to be the one to say it because I know how it's gonna sound, but I think as of now, it's shaping up to where the album that we're gonna remember is GNX, just because of the moment it was.
For sure.
Just because of the moment it was.
But it's not.
And it's also the other album I put up there, and Chris hates this one, is My Turn, Lil Baby. But the thing is that we'll see how much that sticks. Like I love that album front to back.
And it is like the highest.
And it's the highest selling album of the decade.
But
so
at the same time, are people still really talking about it on a day-to-day basis?
To me, that's low key the 350 boost.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
You know, like at that time. Yeah. At the time.
Yeah.
But
there was some pressure.
That's what I'm saying. Stick around.
Yeah.
The staying power, I think, is just that's completely shifted now.
That's where I'm wondering if GNX is the closest one to that. Because I wanted to, like, when you started talking about this, the album I wanted to highlight that's like really, really grown with me every single step of the way is the Chance album. That album, just like the layers of it, everything grows as you give it more time. I think that's a phenomenal album, and every day it closes the gap between that and Clips for me. Like it really does.
I forgot about the Clips album too, though.
That's how
the Clips album was a moment, but the weird thing. I thought about the Clips album. Sorry, Chris. I thought about the Clips album. The one thing that like held me back from our specific conversation is we were looking at a lens of an album that like grew with time. But we all, when we listened to the Clips album, the moment we heard it, we were just like, dude, this is fucking amazing.
It's insane. It's like
this is amazing.
Because what I was gonna say is the Chance album, though it's good.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of good albums that have come out since 2020, like a ton. We all have a lot of albums we love. But again, do you really think that Chance album is going to be as relevant as Doggy Style is 30 years later? You know what I mean?
What about?
I just don't see.
No,
that.
yeah, that one.
I don't see that being
not to this level. If we're doing this standard, there's no album that in the 2020s has reached that yet, in my opinion.
You could say GNX too, but GNX is also the power of that is for different reasons than just the music itself. Where Doggy Style was the album is what took it. There was a lot of things around GNX at the same time that may make it or keep it relevant. It is still a great album. I love it, but it's different reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Would you consider Chromacopia for that?
what for?
I love Chromacopia, but
I put it in a category of very, very, very phenomenal album, but I just don't think it sticks like that to people outside of the Tyler fan base.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
But if you're a Tyler fan, you fucking love that album.
I didn't like that album.
Really?
Are you a Tyler fan?
I loved it personally.
I was loving all his projects before then. It's just, to me, it was just like, it felt too repetitive from the other stuff. And even though he's taking it to another level, it'd be like, I didn't think necessarily these were better songs. Like, I like to hear songs that sound good and, you know, like not challenging to listen to. Like, Chromacopia is like, you got to be in like a fucking perfect mindset to like listen to that
I will
album.
agree with that.
I agree because it really, of all his albums, it peeled the curtain back the most. So it isn't. It's not exactly the most easily digestible. I personally think, as a lifelong Tyler fan, that it's my favorite Tyler album, which is crazy to say because I've been listening to him since like 2011. But either way, yeah, it's not the most digestible of all his albums.
When was your favorite your Tyler
Spin
album?
the chair.
Flower Boy.
Flower Boy?
Just
do it
beautiful
a bunch.
songs throughout the whole album.
That was his
A bunch,
rebirth, yeah,
like, be
basically
aggressive.
right there.
Fast as fuck.
And yeah, Flower Boy's dope too. I mean, I love Call Me If You Get Lost. I thought it was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Like,
Call Me If You Get Lost was a great album, bro.
and Tyler, his stage,
Matt saw him-
his stage presence is unlike.
Yeah.
Fucking
Hot Wind Blows and Master was my favorite my
Yeah.
favorite tracks.
That was
Master
great.
was so
I still-
hard.
ever. It's
Still press play on that.
It's
That
so
shit
nasty.
is crazy. That,
When you ever
beat
seen
drop
that
is
video of him making the beat and he was like, "Nigga, I'm sick, bro. I'm
Yeah,
so
no, yeah, he
I'm
was
a
like,
fucking
"Fuck with
genius."
me,"
Yeah.
If I'm putting, since we're on this broader topic of albums like Doggy Style, you know, an album I throw in that conversation of like just like longevity, people still enjoy the fuck out of it or talk about it. I do Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh, for sure.
That
Yeah, that's another one of them.
That's
that
another one.
literally shifted
Yeah.
things.
like what's the one past that? Like what's the next one? What's the next like landmark?
Carter 3.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. That's right. I'd say
documentary was 04.
that was 05.
But
Yeah, to
But
me,
that didn't
But
do that.
was that shifting things? I'd
Yeah.
say the Carter 3 would probably be the
Yeah,
next. the
Carter
next
3.
thing.
Carter
Alright.
3, like, what did so good that people started making mixtapes for free.
Then the next
It's
album.
like-
Would y'all say Sorry for the Wait was or
Well,
are you just
no.
talking about albums?
No,
or we
no,
we just talking about projects?
We're talking
Yeah,
about ones that
but-
shifted.
Okay.
Shifted like literally changed the way people make music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Carter
Yeah,
3.
Carter 3.
And then I'd say the next one after that would probably be My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, right?
Yeah, that would be because that's 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2010. And then after that, is it Good Kid or Nothing Was the Same?
Or I don't.
Or Take Care?
But and those are all great albums. But did they?
Did they shift?
I would say.
or were they just really good?
I would say Take Care did.
Take Care, yeah.
Rodeo
Take
kinda
Take
did.
Care has a big shift because it opened up the door for the cross of rap and R&B to really kind of form into. So like I could say that.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that.
Would the next one then be, because you brought up a great point, would the next one then be Rodeo 2015?
It's that could be in the conversation, yeah.
Or
because
2014
now,
Forest Hills Drive?
This isn't.
But that didn't change. That was just really good.
2014 Forest Hills
That's
Drive
just really
was
good.
really good of
Yeah.
the stuff that was going on at the time. I feel the same way. Good Kid, Mad City is my favorite album, but
It's
wasn't.
just
It
good.
wasn't necessarily like groundbreaking in the sense of the music and shifting the way. Like I'm trying to think of it of like when it kind of shifted into like. 'Cause I
Other
really
people
can't attribute,
did this.
Like, a
Would
Uzi
it be-
album to doing it, but when it kind of
Oh,
everything
yeah,
shifted into
Uzi.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what would have been the album to do that?
So then do
what
you,
was
Uzi
the
then.
Future and Drake joint called?
what a time to
What time to be alive?
What about that?
Sort of, but
Yeah.
did that really? Because I want to say Future in general, but Future was. It's more Future's whole career than like a
Yeah.
single project
Yeah.
that changed.
I agree.
everything.
I agree. Yeah, because if you're giving it a project, it would be Dirty Sprite. But,
Yeah, if anything, it'd be Dirty Sprite too. If anything.
but I don't think that that was something that like when it happened, it was like, oh, everybody's got to do that.
Maybe it was the Migos area.
Yo, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but would there be an album rather than
Culture?
Maybe that's
Culture.
Culture for sure.
But
But
I-
Culture
I
was
feel
20
like-
what 15, 2013.
I can't.
Well, ironically, what else happens right around that time? Streaming.
Yeah.
That was when the cultural shift of albums kind of that an album really changes things kind of ended because it kind of just gradually shifts now rather than like this drastic like
Yeah.
you know.
That's true.
And I was thinking earlier too, because we were talking about like it being kind of dry lately, and so much of music is driven by platforms popping up. Like there was a blog era, Dat Piff brought in the mixtape era, SoundCloud era. Then when streaming came in, and we've been in this streaming era
We haven't
for
gotten
a
the
cool
new-
little while
there
now.
hasn't been a new era.
And so like there's really everybody's just kind of making feels like
Do you think we're stuck in that streaming area?
It kind of feel that way.
I don't think it's changing. I talked to a music industry insider and shout out to Brian Z. Our conversation was great. I asked him this question, and he goes, I'm like, well, historically, like music consumption shifts every so often, and we're technically due because you have like vinyls and you have like CDs or you have like cassettes, you have all these digital download.
Because you know what?
Now we're at a point where it's like streaming's been existing for 10 years now. It feels like there's a shift, but what do you shift from
I have no
streaming?
idea. That's
Because
fair.
you can't get
that's
any
a peak.
easier to get the music.
Yeah,
Well,
I think it's peaked.
You can't have it perfect no matter what. You can't please the business, the artist, and the consumer all at the same time.
Yeah. You
Somebody
can't.
has to falter.
No.
In this sense, the artist falters, the consumer and the business win. And
Yeah.
that to them is the most important rather than the tool that's getting them there. It's the fact that they're making money and that people are willing to give them money.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day too, it kind of like at the end of the day, SoundCloud and mixtape that's the same as streaming. At the end of the day, it's just a different vehicle of
Different
getting the
delivery.
music. So there has to be maybe a site pop up, changes the way people kind of consume music. Because right now we're all consuming the music the same way on streaming. Now that we've been living with it for fucking I don't know how many years now, but now we all just playlist our music.
There's been some apps that are like artists first. Like you have Bandcamp. That's like, or Untitled is another one. That's like,
Yeah, but something got to take off though,
But
a real
those
competitor.
are like niche of like,
Right.
an artist is like, I want to take the power into my own hands to try and make money, and it is harder that way. You don't have the push from it. And now with the intro of all this, like we talked about last week, like Spotify doing AI music and shit. Now that's just more bread in their pockets. They don't even gotta pay nobody.
Yeah, the whole AI artist thing is nuts.
And if you listen to that bullshit, fuck you.
What's funny is I feel like some people just won't even be able to detect. You know what I mean?
Like that Timbaland fucking
Like, damn, this man's dropped
shit.
30 albums and hasn't toured.
And looked like
And
a
I haven't seen one
that music video. He looked like a clown too.
And then you just put it together, you're like, oh.
Yeah, no, it's really a different day and age, and I think that all attests to this conversation of like, do we ever have anything that moves the culture so heavily again, or is it just now more gradual and
Also-
kind of more like compartmentalized? I
Also,
guess?
we're so segmented. We've never been more segmented. Like everybody has their own album. So like for example, the Drake and Kendrick thing was an anomaly because that was such a big moment that like it reached so many bubbles outside of like what it would normally would.
Yeah.
But like other than that, like for example, when NBA YoungBoy, let's bring up a superstar. NBA YoungBoy drops, and there is a good portion of people that don't know that happens, or that existed, or that he even is a superstar. Like, there's very few people that like, oh, everybody knows this person's dropping this week. It's Drake, it's Travis Scott, it's Kendrick, it's like, is that the list right now for hip hop?
I mean, like who would
Like
be,
everybody knows this is happening this
pretty
week.
much, yeah. I mean, we're talking about outside, my gauge is always like if my mom hears about it on her own time, then it's
I'd say it's probably those three, unless I'm blanking on somebody. Because even now, Kanye is like, motherfuckers. There's a lot of people tuned out of that.
ruined his
I'm not
career.
checking for Kanye right
Yeah.
now.
No, I'm
He
good.
dropped something, I didn't even hit play.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not even worried on it.
So I mean, those are the three I'd say that honestly, just like everybody will know that when their album is coming out, they
You said
have
Drake, Kendrick,
music
and
coming
who?
out. Travis.
Travis, yeah.
Travis Scott.
Yeah, because
But he gonna fall out that combo pretty soon, don't you think?
right, but he
All
always
it takes is one more Utopia or worse than Utopia.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not like a Travis Scott fan by any means, like not anymore.
As a
But
Travis
for-
Scott fan, I can tell you right now, I don't
but
think so.
It's the fact that if whatever he does drop, it's talked about a lot usually.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't drop 14 fucking albums a year, like Boldy James or whatever, you know, like.
Shout out
Boldy James, but goddamn,
royalty.
slow down, buddy. He's on like
Detroit royalty.
But it's just like it's that same. It's.
Hey, he's been quiet.
More of a moment behind it. Same with.
No, he dropped the other day.
You know,
Right, it's a whole rollout. It's like
a whole rollout.
Yeah.
People are talking.
he's gonna make sure you know it dropped.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's gonna drop some fucking shoes.
Yeah, he's gonna drop a product of some sort.
Right.
Just around.
Collaborate with.
Y'all don't
Fortnite.
think Future's up there?
I mean,
I think he's at tier below. Everybody goes out and parties that weekend, and then they hear a new Future song because it's out when they're partying. But they don't know, hey guys, Future is releasing an album.
He just dropped back to back, and it was a pretty big deal.
that was, but again, that was also kind of surrounded by
Controversy.
exterior stuff. You know what I mean?
I felt like that shit was bubbling before he.
But
He dropped mixtape Pluto after that.
Yeah, and not as many people.
Well,
talk
he
about
drops a lot
mixtape
of projects though. He's a cat
But
that drops.
that's what I'm talking about.
But when he got one of them ones.
He got one of them once, yeah.
Oh, for
it's
sure.
Everybody
inconsistent.
knows about
Yeah.
it, you
it's
know?
inconsistent. Because you could say the same for J. Cole. There's been times when like J. Cole is dropping and there is a lot of noise.
There's a lot of buzz around.
And then there's been times when he hasn't dropped or he's dropped and it hasn't and it still does very well. It's still big and we all still cover it, but it doesn't quite get the same. Which speaking of, I'm gonna just say this right here. I'm glad we landed on this. It is abnormally quiet for J. Cole right now. It is. There is something brewing. That's what I'm gonna say, bro. Right? We haven't seen this man bicycle.
Yeah.
He is locked in right now, and I don't want to build my expectations for it, but I think he's delivering a double album. I think he is delivering a double album because I think he's looking at the pantheon that he is in, and all of his peers have a double album.
It's got to be a Dreamville and a solo.
It'd be 2 solos.
Nobody want 36 songs
No,
from J.
it
Cole.
would be an A side, B side.
Not right now.
Double album. It'd be all dropped at once. It'd be 2 sides to one album, probably like 12 tracks a piece or whatever.
My man, you've been working for 8 years on this album. It's gonna be a double album.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a double album. Look at all the greats throw the names of the people that are in your top 10, and I guarantee almost every one of them have a double album. Nas has a double album. Jay has a double album. Kendrick has a double album. Everybody you want to name. Eminem has a double. Drake has a double album.
Yeah.
Everybody. Lil Wayne.
I mean, even my one off in my top 10 is Doom, and I think even he is a double album.
I don't know if he does actually, but he might. I
I'm
don't
pretty-
think he does.
I'm pretty sure one of his earlier,
don't think he does.
earlier projects
Oh, wait.
might have been.
Hold on.
I could be wrong on that, but it is common for very big artists to usually have a double album.
Because Eminem has a double album, right? I'm not tripping.
It's a newer one, I'm pretty sure. but
Yeah, newer one. Yeah. Well, he deluxe that one.
That's not a double. That's different.
Yeah. Okay. So no, scratch him from the list. There are most of the goats. Pac, Big. Sorry, those were the names.
Mm-hmm.
Nas, Pac, Big, J, and that's where J. Cole is aiming.
No, Kendrick though.
Kendrick do, Mr. Morale.
Yeah, it's a double album. Yeah.
I guess.
And then Drake has Scorpion.
Drake has Scorpion. His peers got it. The legends that he's aiming for got it. I think J. Cole is delivering a double album.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like
I think this album, the fall off, will be double.
And I think that when the fall off does come around,
It's gonna be
make,
huge.
It'll make waves.
It's gonna be seismic, and
I don't know, man. J. Cole, to me, he's the biggest loser from the Kendrick and Drake beef.
Oh, we all agree on
no,
Yeah, no.
So
that's,
it'd be like, I don't know if I want a fucking double album from J. Cole right now.
he didn't lose more than Drake.
I do want a double album from.
I don't know,
I
man.
do want a double album
The
from him,
music ain't
but
hitting
he's
the
got to
same.
prove himself. He's got a lot to prove, man.
He does have a lot to prove, but I can't say he lost more than Drake, dude. Drake gets dragged every single day. Cole gets dragged.
Honestly,
Cole gets dragged, but not to the level that Drake gets dragged.
I would say they're about right now. They're about even because not only did he lose the
They
beef,
both
but
lost.
he lost
bad.
a lawsuit.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying it's all.
I be
roses
hitting
and
skip on
sunshine.
those J. Cole records I used to listen to all the time. He has like that Ja Rule baggage after 50 did him.
I outgrew that. I felt that way for like the first like 6 months, and then now I'm kind of like coming back to like I don't know.
No tough rap.
He's just a nice guy.
Yeah, no tough
just a
rap
real
talk
nice
from
guy.
Cole. That's all I'm saying. And a lot of the records I was loving was Don't Step to the Plate because I'm J. Cole. And so
No, you're right. You're 100% right. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah,
I just,
that's been a unanimous agreement on
Yeah.
this podcast for the most part. But I don't really listen to his music differently. At the same time, he's still just as good to me. But I can see how, it might leave a different taste in your mouth. You know what I mean? Just the way he handled
Dog,
it.
he was begging people for 5 years. This whole run that changed J. Cole. If you really want to talk about how J. Cole changed, he changed with the feature run. That changed his image so much. So much. Because hip-hop did look at him as like a very, very great MC. Not quite like they called it the big three, but he was always number 3.
Yeah.
And he even rapped about that. And then he went on this run where he was just out rapping people consistently at a high level, at a high frequency. And people put him in this position, and he had the opportunity. That's why I think it sucked for him, because that was the only way J. Cole was ever going to climb to 2 or 1 in the era, is if he did all that he did, and then in the battle, he showed out. He stepped back. But there was no moment. J. Cole was never going to, even if he dropped an amazing album, he was never going to outdo the discography that Drake and Kendrick have. He can rap a million verses, but those a million verses just aren't going to do it. What his moment would have been, his crowning moment, it was set up for him. It was delivered right there. It was T-ball for J. Cole to shine. That was the only way he was ever going to not be unanimously 3, right?
that was his chance to jump ahead of the line.
That was his only chance.
He could have just stayed 3 still.
There was
He could have
no
just
way.
stayed out, but he legit dropped the track and then removed the track.
Yeah.
It was like instant regret from him.
Oh my
As
God.
the last track on an album, which is easily the worst.
And was
on.
on
Right.
your
Come
home court
on.
apologizing.
Yeah.
It's
It's
tough.
just, not
It's
a good.
tough.
Well, not
I
to,
still love
not
J.
to
Cole.
mention the rumor of Schoolboy Q saying, "Hey, little bro, shit's about to get rough. I don't know if you want to get involved."
Right.
I don't know. I think J. Cole generally came to that decision on his own.
Nah,
I think
he-
that's just the person he is.
The thing is
I think that's
like,
just the person he is.
in terms, if there's one thing we know about J. Cole, he's just a nice guy, and I just don't
Yeah.
think that he has that energy in him to bring that negativity.
I think he is.
But to
great-
drop the track and then fucking take it away that's where
Yeah.
all that goes out the fucking
Well,
window.
I think it's because he was like, I feel like I'm supposed to, and then he's like, I feel this feels wrong, and then
Bro,
takes
he
it
knew
out.
he knew deep down. He was like, this doesn't even feel like me, bro.
Yeah,
Right, that is what happened.
but that's what I'm
But,
saying.
That's
but
what he
once
said.
you put it out, it's out.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're in the ring.
Honestly, I don't blame him. I don't judge him. I don't blame him for that, because I think he just, and I know we all know Cole, bro. We all know Cole, and we know that that's just not his personality. That's not in his spirit or nothing like that. So he was like, dude, what am I doing?
Yeah, but
I have nothing to prove.
this song didn't come out like 12 hours later as a response. He fucking put it on the album, had the whole team listen to it. They was all like, yup, let's put it out. And then you
Yeah, the
back
water
out
bag is
after
crazy.
all that is crazy.
The only thing I think Cole fucked up is just apologizing for it. Like, you ain't need to
That's it,
apologize.
yeah.
Just don't speak on it.
The double whammy with the apology.
Yeah.
Come on.
Bro, and it's in your hometown. It's home turf.
In fact, it still would have been better if you just didn't even try it in the first place.
He could have just stayed out.
Bro, he
There
could
would
have
be no
literally-
problem.
Outcome possible, baby.
Stay out of it
It's
completely.
the worst
Just
way
don't
could have
respond.
broke for
Messy.
him.
He could have said absolutely nothing and then did Port Antonio, and everybody would have been like, Cole, dude, you are a great human being. He is definitely the best. He is definitely the best human being of the
Right.
three.
Of the 3, oh yeah.
Oh,
no.
for sure.
You can tell-
For sure. He's
sure.
a genuine cat.
That's
Yeah.
just it. It's like, it's not like he's surrounded by like bad controversy of being like a dickhead or a bad person. No, he's literally too nice to the point where it just don't even stand. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
That shit was tough, man.
Hey. Platte said it first. Double album.
Double album. I did say it, man. I did say it, man. And I remember
You've been waiting on the double album for a long time. That's why I'm just laughing. It's like you just putting it on everybody now. You like, oh, Kendrick gonna drop a double album. Now you dropping a double album on Cole. It's like,
well, Kendrick did drop a double album.
You was saying GNX is about to be a double album.
Oh, I did think that. Yep.
Oh.
And so now you carrying that shit over to Cole.
Well, because I thought
This man wanted a double album back.
I thought when I first
This man.
when I first heard GNX, that
You can't
just-
please him, bro.
Right, he
talked
want
about-
more.
No, I'm not one of those people. I'm actually super like when everybody says, "Oh, Kendrick's gonna drop another album after Damn or whatever." I was the one saying, "No, this motherfucker doesn't drop."
Kendrick was like, nah, listen to that shit backwards.
Man, I miss one.
You want a double album? Listen to that
listen
shit
to that bitch in
backwards.
reverse.
He even dropped a fucking another album.
that shit's a snake draft.
Kendrick's sick.
I miss one. I like when artists like take their
dropped the
time with their
collector's
albums,
edition.
bro.
Right backwards. You ain't slick.
I
Fucking
miss when
Taylor
artists
Swift-ass
used to take their
move.
time with their albums, bro, before they like just take a year or 3 before you drop, man, and make us miss you, bro. That's the beauty of like really, you know, albums and dropping. Like when you drop an album, like make us miss you. Don't consecutively drop over and over again. I think that's where we
100%.
we got it fucked up at.
100%.
Yeah, music don't simmer no more. You
No,
know,
no,
so
no,
that's
no.
the thing.
You
The,
think
the
that's
flavors
what-
ain't deep. You know,
think-
the shit come out quick.
Do you think that's what it is with a lot of the young popping artists, or are we?
I
just
for
old?
sure agree.
And
with
I
that.
think a part of it too is that like now that we all connected on the internet, that regionalism that would like have an album simmering the way like Doggy Style simmered in LA, like that's just gone. We're all like pretty much the same ish. We all got our own little flavors in our states, but that flavor ain't as deep as it used to be because we're all connected, you know.
Man, and it'd be like albums like these where like he dropped this, go on tour, and then he just do what Snoop do best,
Right.
and just like just do what he does, just fuck off and do whatever.
Well, I think
And
because-
that's why we love Snoop so much, bro.
Because everything is just a product of something. It's all, you know, like we were talking about. Like there is, in a sense, like no new ideas. Because like you can trace a lot of things. Like what's one of the more recent like developments that we've had in hip hop that sounded different compared to other shit. You could say like okay, so say for New York, Pop Smoke, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That was
So,
the name I was
but
gonna say.
okay, you can't have Pop Smoke without having Chicago drill music. You can't have that without having trap music to begin with. You can't have trap music without having fucking, so you could really trace everything back at where like Doggy Style, G-Funk, that was fresh. That was brand fucking new. Nobody was doing shit like that yet.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Fucking man,
You can
Sugar
kinda
Hill Gang,
trace
the goat.
everything now. Yeah.
Right.
No,
But shit is not simmering in like a contained space for a long time like it used to. And then
Exactly.
when that happens, shit gets deeper, and then what you're pulling is not the same from everybody else. So like it just feels different.
We can't digest the music no more, man. They just feeding us so
I
much.
think, I think that's what I think. There's just a general oversaturation problem where there's so many quality rappers that like. I look at somebody that loves hip hop the way I do.
We're
like,
musically
every
obese.
single week I'm excited. This Dave East album that dropped was really fucking dope.
It was
I
something
really
tough.
enjoyed it. You missed it. You were gone when I was running the album. He had a record with Larry June. That shit was smooth.
Larry June everywhere, man. You
Yeah,
know.
Larry June shot.
Larry June is
Good
fire.
job,
I was
Larry.
just telling Platte if him and Russ jump on an album, jump on a song together, that'd be fire.
It'll be luxury.
The album be gold plated.
Go play the album.
The Larry June and 2 Chainz shit. That's probably I hit play on that, album
oh
this
my
year.
God,
Probably
that
one
is
of the
so-
Yeah,
most.
what
such
are
a
your
good
albums
project.
of the year so far?
I don't know. I would say what I hit play on the most this year has been the Larry June 2 Chainz joint to start the year. Obviously the Clips record. I hit play on Bruiser Wolf's Potluck a lot this year.
That was funny. Yeah, he told me that.
Yeah.
Yesterday. He's a big Bruiser Wolf
I love
fan.
that Pimp Talk.
Yeah.
If I listen to him too much in a short period of time, I start walking around talking like bro. So I gotta pace myself when I
I'm
listen to
feeling mystical. I'm being literal.
right. Right. And what else? What else this year? I fuck with the Larry Jay Worthy, Once Upon a Time in LA
that Jay
joints.
Worthy one was
The
cool.
first one was crazy. The second one not so much, but yeah, those are a few I've been pressing.
You fuck with that Ray Vaughn album?
Ray Vaughn, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, that was.
Bro, you gotta listen to that bitch.
That was really like a new hip hop artist that excites you. That's like a project where it's like somebody. It's like, okay, I see something there.
That's another one. Another West Coast artist who's gonna be real good.
You brought up the touring thing, and I just want to get this take off because I'm gonna just cut this and clip this and put this as a clip, because I see Joe Budden on his podcast say, y'all hear about Doechii? Never mind. I thought it was obvious, and it seemed like some like type of diss. And then everybody kind of goes, "Yeah, we haven't heard from Doechii in a minute." You know what she's fucking doing right now? Because I looked it up. She's touring, and she's selling out, and she's building a fan base. And so what she's doing right now is setting herself up that when that debut album drops, that shit, I will straight bet any of you any money in this room, extended to the audience, anybody that wants to bet me.
It's literally insane.
150K.
Oh, she's about to go. She's about to go crazy.
150K first
That
week.
shit's gonna go
Since
crazy
y'all only care
globally
about first
too.
week. She is building the grassroots right now to where she is going to fucking pop
We were
when that
just
debut
talking
album.
about this in the car on the way here.
Yeah, it's insane because it's like when you see her all the time, she's an industry plant. Now that she's gone, she's an industry plant. It's like she can't fucking win. Like, what the fuck y'all want?
Yeah, exactly.
And the music she make don't even sound like industry-driven music.
And
So
you
I don't
don't
even
at all.
understand where that come
You
from.
can't have been grinding for 5 years, finally make it, and now you're an industry plant. Like,
Right.
that's not how that works.
Yeah.
I don't even like her shit, to be honest. But come on, this is outrageous. The industry
To
plant
say
shit.
it's inorganic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
She's clearly talented, man. Come on.
And it's the same people too who are like talking about this. It's like one of those. It's just I don't know how to describe them, but you know who's saying this shit,
I would
bro.
say this one though.
It's like the Twitter people.
Yeah.
This one though went a little different because like someone that's a powerful voice in our space like Joe Budden saying it, like I think there was a little bit more kind of commotion about it. But I'm just telling y'all, she is touring, she is building real fan. What makes somebody invested in an artist is seeing them perform amazingly live. If you've seen an artist perform amazingly live, you are never not going to love that artist. Every artist I've seen perform that I would say is amazing, I am a fan of. Like, there's no...
The objective is the performance needs to be on par, if not better than what the album gave.
Yeah.
That's what I feel where the bar should be, which is like one thing like that turns me off to like Cardi. I've seen so many videos of Cardi's performances. He can't perform for shit. He literally just screams and fucking spins in circles all the time.
It's a lot of them.
Like, I get it, people just want to turn up or whatever, but like that's hardly performing. That's just jumping up and down and screaming. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's not even me being an old head. That's just
Yeah, that
literally
sounds old head,
the
though.
proof is in the
It
pudding. Like,
do.
watch the videos. That's all
Yeah.
it is. That's
No,
not a good
but it's
performance
true
in
as
my
fuck. Because like at the end of the day, what's he gonna do when he hits about like I don't even know like 40? He's gonna do the same shit.
opinion. You ain't gonna have a voice by then.
No.
His 444 is going to be crazy.
The
His
Iggy bars
form-
on there would be nuts.
No, that's crazy.
Oh my God! Oh man, listen, man, we've had a bunch of dope conversations. We've had a bunch of dope conversations here. I'm grateful to have a podcast with you, man. I'm
Right on,
grateful,
man.
truly.
Full
This is
circle
a-
moment.
Thank you for coming.
This is-
Honestly,
Thank you for
this
pulling
is
up, bro.
fun weekend
Seriously.
so far.
This is
Hell
such
yeah.
this is such
Hell
a
yeah.
full circle moment. Like I genuinely,
He's
How long you gonna be out here for?
Came in here yesterday.
yeah,
He'll be
Yep.
here till Sunday.
Okay.
Yep.
yeah.
I literally I've heard this name as me and Chris have known each other for all these years. And I've heard your name float around a lot, and so it's nice to be able to match a face to it.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. It's been chill, man.
It's been great, brother. It's been great, but I've missed being able to consume your content, but you know, to have a podcast with you, like I started this shit just wanting to do it with friends, wanting to build this out, and that's what I'm doing right now. And you know, here's somebody that I wish I could have on retainer, but I don't got it in the budget to, you know what I mean, to make that work.
Click.
One day.
Yeah, come on, y'all. Click like so you can pay me.
Come
on
You know?
now.
Yeah, come on now. One time for
Come
the
on.
one
One
time.
day, one
Subscribe. Yeah.
Yeah. Officially part of the Rap Case Cinematic universe. that we-
Although I will say, knowing the hustles you got going on, not putting your details out there, but Detroit ain't a bad area for you. It's not better. You can make it work.
Your taste in music doesn't need to shift that much.
It doesn't.
Yeah, we could just keep it on the gas, baby.
It doesn't. It doesn't, man. It doesn't.
That's what's
man.
up, man.
All you're doing is going from E40 to Bruiser Wolf. That's
Yeah,
all it is.
yeah.
That's it, man. It's just
SOB
that
to
simple.
who?
Yeah, SOB to
SO2
shit.
Baby Tron.
Yeah.
SOB to fucking, I was gonna
Shout
say
out,
Band
Baby
Gang,
Tron.
but it's been a
Yeah.
while.
Band Gang. Yeah, Band Gang. Don't worry. We're going to spend the whole weekend putting them on to Detroit shit.
They won't stop playing Baby Tron, y'all. I'm tired.
Put on, hey,
My eyes open. They don't understand.
put them on RMC mic, bro.
RNC Mike, baby, gotta hear some baby face, right? We'll get you on.
Yeah, we'll get you on.
Bitch.
Thanks.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, man, thank you for having,
Right on.
thank you for being on the podcast, brother. I appreciate you. As look, Will Gill, special guest in the house. Appreciate you, Sensei, Big AP on the ones and twos.
Sir.
I'm Chris Platte, aka Platte Pods. If you enjoyed this freestyle pod, this is the first time we just straight freestyle.
So it's episode 1, yeah.
No, we did.
Episode one.
We did once before, but I think it was when you weren't here.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. There was no.
I think it was
organization when I was here.
that one day when it was.
And Brady's like, welcome, God.
Yeah.
I'm your host.
And he was cooked the
Shout out,
entire
Birdie. Shout out
fucking
to
pod.
Birdie. No, I thought this
Shout
one
out
was
Birdie, man.
phenomenal.
You know, Kendrick killed your boy. That was crazy.
Ooh.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I need an air horn, dog.
Well done. Well done. Yeah. That was funny.
We gotta have you on for that one, bro.
Nah, dude, I'm gonna when Brady gets back, we gonna lock in and get some type of something with Will Gill before he bounces. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Forgot to do that intro again. Damn it, I'm bad at that. I'm always good at remembering the episode number, but I can't remember. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Like, comment, describe.
Like, comment, describe. I'm about to just clip this part and then put it at the beginning. Because I always forget, and the algorithm says, or the numbers say, you always got to do that in the beginning. So I got to.
Transition. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate?
Dude, he's so funny. That trend is fucking hilarious. The rap hipster shit. Have you seen that on Twitter?
Nah.
Where it goes, when I say LP instead of album, and it'll be like a post of like Anthony Fantano just looking all serious.
Yeah, I saw when I
and
called
classic.
it when I called
Yellow
it a record
flannel.
instead of a song, and it was like Rory on.
Oh,
the
yeah. Yo, man, it's tough being a white hip hop podcaster, man. They gonna fucking meme you.
We're marginalized.
Yeah.
We're marginalized.
Y'all deserve it. Nah.
I signed up for this.
That's why he put a bunch of niggas on here, bro. He was like, "See, I evened it out."
You can't be a token if there's more than one.
I'm the token now. I'm the token.
I at least brought him on my show.
Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.